Joe Amabile gives major update after brain surgery. Joe Amabile has given fans a major update after his brain surgery. This was a scary process for both him and his wife, Serena Pitt. Fans have been sending their prayers and thoughts his way as he had to undergo major surgery. However, now Joe has let fans know how the surgery went and what is next for him. There is a lot to unfold and uncover. Keep reading to find out more about this situation. Joe Amabile reveals he has a tumor on his brain. Joe Amabile is known for being a part of Bachelor Nation. Fans love him and continue to follow him and his life on social media. He is married to Serena Pitt, who is also from the franchise. However, Joe recently got devastating news. It was revealed that Joe had a tumor in his brain. It was the size of a blueberry, so he had to have a big brain surgery in order to try and remove it. This was scary for him, but everyone was sending him love and prayers. Joe Amabile just got brain surgery done in an attempt to remove the tumor. Now, Joe has given a major update. He posted pictures of himself after the surgery was complete. He revealed that they were able to get the entire tumor. This is great news and the best possible outcome. They got it all. His comment section was full of support and love. HLLL, yes they did, why am I crying? Yay, praise, so happy to see this update. So proud of you, love you dude. Why you making me cry bro, best news. Big love, Joe, you're powerful, proud of your courage. His fans, family, and friends are over the moon about the news. However, he and his wife have to be ecstatic about it all. There was a possibility that they were not going to be able to get the entire tumor. However, they were able to get it all, and now Joe can live his best life again. It seems as though they got all of the tumor out of Joe's brain. This was amazing for everyone to hear. All of his comments were supportive and happy that they were able to get the entire thing. This was a scary time for Joe. However, it was a good thing he did the surgery, as it could have been worse if he did not. Now Joe can move on with his life as he would before. What do you think about this situation? Are you happy that they were able to get the entire tumor? Sound off in the comments below. We would love to know your thoughts on this. Joe Amabile gives major update after brain surgery. Bachelor Nation is breathing a major sigh of relief after Joe Amabile, affectionately known to fans as Grocery Store Joe, shared an encouraging update following his recent brain surgery. The reality television favorite revealed that doctors successfully removed the brain tumor that had been discovered during a series of medical scans. In an emotional social media update, Amabile indicated that the surgery went well and that doctors were able to remove the growth completely. They got it all, Amabile shared, offering fans the reassuring news they had been waiting for. The update comes after weeks of uncertainty for Amabile, his wife Serena Pitt, their families, and countless Bachelor Nation supporters. A diagnosis that came out of nowhere. Amabile's health journey began after he underwent a full-body MRI screening. The scan led doctors to take a closer look at an unexpected lesion in his brain. According to Amabile, the lesion was approximately the size of a blueberry and appeared to be an early-stage glioma. He initially admitted that the diagnosis was something he never expected to hear. The 40-year-old reality star had been preparing himself and his loved ones for brain surgery while trying to remain optimistic. For fans who have followed Amabile since his appearances on The Bachelorette and Bachelor in Paradise, the news was especially shocking because he had not publicly presented himself as someone dealing with a major health crisis. Instead, he suddenly found himself facing a serious medical procedure and an uncertain period of recovery. The decision to have surgery. After doctors discovered the lesion, Amabile was scheduled for a craniotomy, a procedure involving access to the brain to remove the tumor. The goal was not simply to remove the growth, but also to allow doctors to examine it and learn more about its nature. Amabile openly discussed how difficult it was to process everything happening so quickly. He also acknowledged how important his family and friends had become during the frightening experience. Rather than allowing fear to completely take over, however, Amabile repeatedly emphasized the importance of staying positive. That attitude became one of the defining themes of his health journey. Serena Pitt stands beside him. Throughout the ordeal, Amabile's wife, Serena Pitt, has been one of his strongest sources of support. The couple met during Bachelor in Paradise and eventually built a life together away from the chaos of reality television. Their relationship has remained a favorite among Bachelor Nation fans. As Joe prepared for surgery, Serena documented parts of the emotional experience and made it clear that she was focused on helping her husband through every stage of recovery. Following the successful operation, Pitt expressed enormous relief and gratitude, describing the news as an especially positive development and confirming that Joe was recovering well. For fans, seeing the couple face such a serious challenge together has added another emotional dimension to Joe's story. Joe keeps his sense of humor. Even while preparing for brain surgery, Amabile found ways to maintain his trademark sense of humor. Before the procedure, he revealed a dramatically shorter haircut, explaining that the buzz cut would make it easier for doctors to access the area during surgery. The moment was both practical and surprisingly lighthearted, considering the circumstances. Instead of allowing the upcoming operation to define every moment of his life, Joe appeared determined to approach the situation with the same relaxed personality that made him popular with Bachelor Nation. That positive outlook resonated with fans. Bachelor Nation rallies around Joe. As soon as Amabile announced his diagnosis, support poured in from fans and fellow members of the Bachelor franchise. The reality television community rallied around him with messages of encouragement, love, and prayers. Now that the surgery has reportedly been successful, those messages have shifted toward celebrating the positive update and wishing Joe a smooth recovery. For many longtime viewers, Amabile's story has been a reminder that serious health challenges can emerge unexpectedly, even when someone appears perfectly fine. His willingness to discuss the experience publicly has also sparked conversations about taking personal health seriously and following up when something unusual is discovered. Why early detection became so important. One of the most striking parts of Amabile's story is how the lesion was discovered. He underwent a full-body scan, which ultimately led to additional imaging and the identification of the brain lesion. Amabile has spoken about the experience as something that changed his perspective. What initially seemed like a routine medical decision ultimately uncovered something that required immediate attention. While his specific medical circumstances are unique to him, his story has encouraged fans to think more seriously about health screenings, communication with doctors, and advocating for themselves when something does not feel right. It is important to remember, however, that medical screening decisions should be discussed with qualified healthcare professionals and are not one-size-fits-all. The road to recovery. Although the successful removal of the tumor is undoubtedly encouraging news, surgery is only one part of the journey. Amabile will still need time to recover, follow his medical team's instructions, and learn more about the pathology results and what doctors recommend going forward. Fans should therefore be cautious about rumors or exaggerated claims regarding his long-term prognosis. At this point, the most important takeaway is simple. The surgery was reported as successful, doctors were able to remove the tumor, and Amabile is recovering. Those are the details Bachelor Nation has been hopping to hear. A new chapter for Grocery Store Joe. Joe Amabile became a fan favorite after appearing on The Bachelorette, before returning to the franchise through Bachelor in Paradise. His down-to-earth personality and relatable approach quickly earned him the nickname Grocery Store Joe. But his latest chapter has little to do with reality TV romance or dramatic rose ceremonies. Instead, it is about resilience, family, and facing an unexpected challenge. His health journey has also shown a more vulnerable side of the reality star.